Let's create a new project in Visual Studio using the MIP plugin template. The template can be found in Templates and Visual C#. We'll call this project My First Plugin and click OK. The project includes several files, as well as the directories for admin, background, and client plugins. Let's start by building the project first and see what it does in the XProtect VMS. The output tells us that the build was successful. However, we must now install the plugin to our XProtect VMS. Before we do that, let's take a look at the MIP plugins directory. We can see it contains a large number of plugins that are automatically installed during the installation of the MIP SDK. The sample plugins are a great way to learn more about different types of plugins. However, for our purposes, it is easier to focus on just the one plugin we built, so let's move the other ones out of the MIP plugins directory. Before we can do that, we must stop the event server and any client applications we may have open. Now we can select and cut the directories. Then we go up one level and paste the files in a custom directory we've created called Default Plugins. Now we can create a new directory for our plugin. Then we'll go to the build directory, copy the DLL and plugin.def files, and paste them into our plugin directory. We do not copy videoos.platform.dll because the plugin should always use the one included with the currently running XProtect VMS. After that, we start the event server. Once the event server has started, let's begin by starting the management client to see what is included. After logging in, we can scroll down to the bottom of the site navigation pane and expand the MIP plugins. There we can see our plugin. While it may seem pretty basic, this admin plugin allows us to create new types of items that did not exist in the XProtect VMS earlier. If we add a new item called My Custom Item, we can see that the only property it has is the name. We will learn how to add custom properties later. Let's save the new item. Next, we start the Smart Client. Let's first go to Setup mode and create a new view. If we look at the System Overview pane, we can see that there is a view item type named after our plugin, which was created by the template. This is called a View Item plugin. Let's drag it into our view. We also add a camera to the view and leave Setup mode. Again, there is not much going on in this view, but the view item is built for us and ready for customization. Let's pay attention to the side panel and the MIP plugins pane. There we can see another plugin that the template generated. If we select a camera tile, for example, we can now press the Maximize View Item button to do just that. Pressing Restore View Item will place it back to its original view grid. The important observation here is that you can affect the behavior of the Smart Client through your plugin, either manually via a button or programmatically based on some condition. Before we leave the Smart Client, let's click the tab with our project name. This plugin type is called a workspace plugin. While the example plugin already has a view grid, it is a blank slate for us to use however we want. If your integration requires a lot of screen space, this is an optimal plugin type for the Smart Client because you can customize it however you want. Notice that you can also drag this plugin to a separate screen. Some of the items we didn't look at include adding MIP plugin defined items on a map, as well as the options dialog.